Okay, continuing on with problem 17. So we just worked on the median, and now we're working on the mean. It says, is it possible to find the mean with the stem and leaf plot? If so, calculate it and explain what the mean tells you about the frog's jumps in 2007. If not, explain why not. So first, is it possible? Well, do we have all the singular data points? Because we need to add them together and divide by how many numbers there are. Do we have all the single data points? We do. It's 221, 222, 225, etc. So we're good in that department. So we should be able to figure it out. And do we know how many numbers there are? Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So yes, it is possible. Let's figure it out. You have a calculator, so you should use it. I'm going to show you how I'm figuring it out. But by all means, use your calculator to arrive at your answer. If you haven't done so yet, pause the video, figure it out, and then play it so you can check it. All right, so I'm going to add all of my numbers together, and that gives me the sum of 1,869. And now I'm dividing by how many numbers there are, which in this case is 8, and I arrive at my answer of 233 and 625 thousandths. Okay, that's my mean or my average, and it's asking me, what does the mean tell you about the frog jumps? Well, that tells me that that's like the average jump. That's like the typical jump for the year 2007. All right, going on to letter E. Which represents a typical jump for 2007 better? The mean or the median? So remember from our last problem, the median was 231, and the mean was the one that we just found out was 233.625. And it's all going to connect back to what the data looks like. So if you're thinking of your stem and leaf plot turned on its side, how would you describe the distribution? Is it balanced and symmetrical, or is it skewed and have outliers? That would tell you which one to use. Remember, the mean is great to use when your data is symmetrical or balanced. In other words, it looks like that. The median, on the other hand, is great when you have an outlier because it's resistant to that outlier. It's not affected as much as the mean. Or your data is skewed, meaning it looks like it's all been kind of grouped or pushed onto one side, whether that's the left side or the right side. And once again, I'm going to go back to our data. How does our data look? Our data looks, would you say, balanced or skewed? If you haven't yet made a decision, write down which one do you think would be better. Which represents a typical jump for 2007 better? And if you have already, the answer would be, you guessed it, the median.